Now, we saw the collegium withdrawing its recommendation for Justice Muralidhar becoming the Chief Justice of the Madras High Court, because the file that suggested this is sitting with the government. The government hasn't moved on it, and Justice Muralidhar is about to retire in a few months. This comes against the backdrop of a growing confrontation between the government and the collegium over who should appoint judges. How do you see this withdrawal of the recommendation? Instead of withdrawing, shouldn't the collegium have been more assertive?
Barkha, let me summarize my answer because we're running out of time in 3 or 4 sentences. Number one, the awareness and acknowledgement that Justice Muralidhar is one of the really outstanding judges in the entire community of 1100 High Court judges and Supreme Court judges is undeniable. I mean, I have no hesitation in saying it. I don't normally say it by name for everybody, but since you're talking of a name, outstanding is the word, not good, not very good. Number two, the collegium has taken it upon itself, is wrongly being blamed. The collegium has done the right thing.
Okay.
The blame lies squarely with the central government, which is blatantly, brazenly, and egregiously punishing an independent judge who dares to speak his mind, frequently in favor of the government, sometimes against, but this government appears to see only the against. Number three, the collegium took a wise decision for the simple reason that they know the power of delay in the government. The government has sat on Justice Muralidhar's transfer. Indeed, it sat on his elevation as Chief Justice earlier for months. Transfer is something you don't take more than 2 days. Transfer, you don't even wait. There's nothing in a transfer. It's the same position as Chief Justice from one to another High Court. Look at the cussedness of this government. Now, the collegium realized that this very unfortunate and deserving judge would be retiring in August. And if they kept on pressing, they would achieve nothing. So
why not? Why not? The final say is meant to be that of the collegium.
Yeah, but you just run out of time. You run out of time. You keep him under a cloud and a controversy. So it is much better to confirm him in the position he is. And by the way, by nature, Justice Muralidhar is a person who doesn't care. If you post him anywhere, he'll do good work there, and he's not really after post. But that's apart. So they did the right thing. That in the time left, give him full respect and dignity. And ultimately, what would he have? He would have only got 2 months, right? In Madras, 3 months. So that would be tokenism. The real fault is of those who have delayed it. That should be castigated. It should be condemned. It is a direct onslaught on the independence of judges. Forget Justice Muralidhar. He will go away in August. The point is, you are showing that you have the power of delay. And my suggestion more than 10, 15 years ago, I've written articles on this, is just once on your reiterated second time recommendation, if the government doesn't act, just once issue a contempt notice to at least the law secretary, if not the law minister. This will all stop. Sermonizing will not stop it. Your expectation and hope will not stop it.
You think the collegium could have done that instead of recalling its proposal?
Not collegium, the court. The court is entitled to do that. And it will happen in the near future. I'm telling you, if this goes on like this. See, the law is very clear. If I recommend Dutt once, she can be returned. If I recommend Barkha Dutt the second time, she has to be appointed. If you don't appoint after 15 days, why can't you issue notice of contempt? That's the law of the land by 3 9-judge judgments. 5-judge judgments.
So do you believe the court should issue contempt notice to the law secretary on the Justice Muralidhar case? Now it can't.
As I said, let's not embarrass Justice Muralidhar or waste time on that, because he has got a dignified place. But I've said it generally for many more cases which happened earlier. We know the names. You and I know the names of the previous cases. The moment, see, what is happening is 3 things. It's very serious, Barkha. I'll take 30 seconds. 1, a delay in your elevation from the bar to the bench at the High Court level destroys your career. You know, you are elevated, you are going to be made because you are very good. 1 year is taken. In the meanwhile, I and 5 others we are senior to you. They will make you with great grace and fanfare after 1 year. Second, once you are there and you are elevated to the Supreme Court, recommended for elevation, you again do the same thing, you delay. There are 3 examples of the Supreme Court of today, 3 or 4, where this has happened. You deny them Chief Justices ships. Third, you do it the same for transfer. Initially, you are appointed to a smaller or a medium-sized High Court. You are very good and you are promoted. I mean, you are transferred to a bigger high court. You take it. Do you know what has just happened in Himachal?
No, tell me the Himachal
The
case. I don't
la-
know.
the
Yeah.
lady, the lady, the lady there was acting Chief Justice, and she had only to be notionally paper confirmed as Chief Justice. She was recommended for Chief Justice in the court where she is already sitting as acting Chief Justice. They did not do it till the last day. She retired 2 days ago. So you retired as acting Chief Justice. What is the implication? A Chief Justice of a High Court gets the perks and the pension of a Supreme Court retired judge.
Right.
Look at the cussedness. You're not sending her anywhere. She's only going to be confirmed in her own place. And the collegium has recommended that you should be confirmed as Chief Justice of Himachal. Now it's true that her daughter is accused of a murder charge. But there's never been an allegation of any complicity of that judge.